Out with Rico and Kayla is about to go live online. Catch All Out Monster hit music, All Out celebrity interviews, All Out showbiz and sports news, All Out fun, an exclusive on the Monster. Catch the stream on the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, and twitch.tv/Monster RX931. Your All Out hosts, Rico Robles and Kayla Rivera. Stand by and enjoy the program.
Monster RX93.1. Good afternoon, Monsters. You guys are locked in with me, Kayla. And hey, we have a very special Monday afternoon for our anniversary month because we are joined by a very special guest. Now, who are we talking about? We're talking about the beautiful Jolianne, the rising R&B pop singer from Cebu City. Everyone, let's give her a warm welcome.
Hey, everybody.
Woo, yay.
Hello.
Oh my gosh. Welcome here. Welcome to the Monster.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes. I mean, it is your first time here in the station.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. So welcome. I mean, yeah, we're so excited to have you. Now, you know, the last time we had you on the Monster was actually online.
Yes.
Yeah, and that was 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, how have you been since then? What have you been working on? And I mean, you had just signed with Careless as well at that time. So how has everything been since then?
Well, at the time I had just moved from Cebu.
Yeah.
So now I think I'm a little more settled in.
Okay.
I've also been trying out so many different genres and that space in between. But I am going back to my roots sonically. And this song is a start for that.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys look forward to it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a beautiful sound. We're going to touch on it in just a little bit. Now, Monsters, if you can hear that beautiful music we're being serenaded by in the background, that's Jolianne's latest hit, I'll Be Somebody You Want. So we'll talk about that. We're even going to actually have you sing it live for us here on the Monster. So everyone make sure to keep locked in. We're going to save that for last. So do make sure to just keep locked in. But I mean, you know, with you mentioning going back to your roots, you know, where we got to know you was really The Voice Kids.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, in terms of your artistry, in terms of your music, how have you, like, grown? How have you, you know, blossomed since those days of The Voice?
Yeah, well, during The Voice, I was only ever singing covers. And especially during the pandemic, I really focused on finding something of my own. And I found that through writing my own music. And yeah, I hope you guys like it.
I mean, you know, it's amazing. I was also reading, you know, I think this might have been a more dated bio, but it was saying that you draw on, you know, your experiences and also like others' experiences. But now, are you kind of at a phase where you're really drawing from your own experiences?
Yes, I think so. And that's something that I'm trying to embrace, especially with the coming projects. Because I will be dropping an EP at the end of the year. It's my first.
Okay.
And yeah, that's the whole point of the EP. You'll see more of the human behind the artist instead of me writing about everything else, everybody else. So yeah.
Okay, so I mean, okay, we have the EP to look forward to the end of the year, but you know, in terms of the music that's already out there, you know, asides I'll Be Somebody You Want, you also did just release a Cebuano track.
Yes, that was a part of Himig Handog Philpop 2024. So I was an interpreter, but it was written by a fellow Cebuana who's also a really good friend of mine. Her name is Relden Campanilla.
Oh my gosh, Relden!
You know her?
Yeah.
What a small world.
Amazing.
Yeah, she's amazing. And yeah, I was asked to be an interpreter, and it was a Cebuano. It's a Bisaya English song. It's Konyo Bisaya.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and it came out last month, I think. So yeah.
Okay, cool. I mean, so that was your first time putting out a Cebuano track, is it? Or
I've had like one-liners in Bisaya, but that was the first like full chorus in Bisaya. So
cool.
Happy to rep.
Yes, for sure. And I mean, you know, the music industry in Cebu is also just like, it's amazing and it thrives on its own as well. Is it something like, do you often visit Cebu? Are you often performing there?
Well, I was there last a few weeks ago. I went home 2 times last month to play some
okay.
shows. I think the scene there is alive and thriving, and it's just growing exponentially, and I'm really happy to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Amazing. I mean, we are happy to have you here in Manila, though.
Yeah.
So, yay! Thank you for choosing Manila to be, your base. But in
Yes.
terms of, your music that you put out, aside delete na lang. I hope I said that
Delete
right.
na lang.
Delete na lang.
Yes.
You also put out some big collaborations with international artists.
Yeah. In the past year, I worked with one Hillary. She's from Norway.
Mhm.
She's an amazing Filipino-Norwegian artist.
Mhm.
And this other artist, his name's Ranga Jones.
Yeah.
He's from Singapore.
That's right.
And that was my first regional collab. So,
cool.
yeah.
I mean, how did those collaborations come to be, and how was the experience?
Yeah, well, they reached out to us, and both of them are artists that I've listened to even before they reached out. So it was a no-brainer when they came to us and asked for a collab.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yes.
So, I mean, how did that work? Were you guys did you meet in person, and then were you collaborating, or was it all online?
It was all online.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but we built rapport online,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
that made the whole experience so much easier for all of us.
Okay, cool. So, have you had the chance to meet in person?
I've met Hillary, so
Okay.
she came here last year
Mm-hmm.
to do promo, and
Okay.
she's the loveliest, and we worked on a scratch demo together besides that track that we did.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it's ever gonna see the light of day, but it's just so much fun to be with other creatives in the studio.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And I mean, in terms of Ranga Jones, have you guys met in person yet?
No, not
No?
yet.
Okay.
We've yet to.
Okay. Cool. Well, I mean, Singapore is very near.
Yes,
There's
neighbors.
Yeah, exactly. And there's always so much happening with music there as well. So hopefully
Yes.
it will bring you there. But speaking of music and the latest from you, your comeback single. Yeah, so I'll Be Somebody You Want. How did it come to be? The inspiration behind it, and what was your experience like working with the RJ Pineda?
Oh yes. So I wrote this during the holiday season. I had so much time to spare, and I was in my childhood bedroom in Cebu.
Oh, wow.
And it was the setup that I was used to growing up. It was the setup that I had during the pandemic, making all of my music. So it felt natural to me to just tap back into the music I was making at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think I've really just gone back to my roots as a songwriter, but I've elevated as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. And lyrically, I say this all the time, but this is half based on truth and half based on delusion.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I see. And I mean, you had the song, you wrote it yourself, and then you put it in the hands of RJ Pineda.
Oh yes, RJ. Oh my gosh, he's a legend, and I've worked with him before. He's played for me live, but he's never produced for me. This was the first time. He's a legend, and he's such a chill guy, but he has so much talent in him, and as a producer, he knows how to he puts in some really intricate elements into his production, but it doesn't feel like it's too much ever. It's very tasteful still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Monsters, you guys can hear the track in the background, and definitely we hear your vocals, they pop. And then I mean, just the music behind it is just it's so melodic.
Yes.
It's just the perfect balance of both.
Yes, I
Beautiful.
agree.
Yeah. It's so beautiful. But I mean, in terms of speaking of beautiful lyrics, what's your favorite lyric in the song?
Now I'm running the whole song through my head right now.
Yeah, that's okay.
I want you to love me when I'm nothing, when I'm no longer sparkling.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, that happens to be my favorite line in the song as well.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Thank you.
it's so beautifully written. I mean, so with you drawing from that personal experience, did you go through an experience exactly that where you felt that someone was only loving you at your best? Yeah.
Yes. So the half bit that is true is the part where I'm pining over somebody, and then the bit that isn't true
Mhm.
is the part where he likes me back.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Oh my gosh. So, okay, if you're, if you're in a situation where you feel like, okay, you're loving them, despite the good and the bad, but then they're not
Mm-mm.
reciprocating. How did you end that relationship, or was it just kind of like a situationship?
It was a situationship, I
Okay,
think.
yeah.
It was an imaginationship, I'd like to say.
Okay. Okay. So, Monsters, just keeping in mind this was written last
Last
Christmas.
year's. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, how are you now? How's the current state of your heart?
I live like a grandma, so
Uh-huh.
nothing goes on in my personal life.
Okay. I mean, what does a typical day look like for you?
Well, I just make music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all I do.
Amazing, amazing. So, I mean, do you pick up like a guitar, or do you play the
Mm-mm.
piano? How do you get started?
I can only play entry level chords on either instrument.
Okay.
Can't play live, but
Mhm, mhm.
that's all you need, entry
Yeah.
level chords, and I start with the melodies, then the lyrics.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, for anyone that's currently tuned in that also feels like, oh, I can only play, just beginner chords,
Mm-mm,
and they
that's all
don't
you
feel like
need.
that's enough. Yeah. What advice can you give them?
I think that's really all you need.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it also helps if you have the initiative to want to learn more.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can
Okay.
learn everything online, I think.
True,
Yeah.
true. Amazing. Okay, so I mean, if you are spending your days making music, when do
Mm-mm.
you get to a point where it's like, okay, I want to take the song that I made today and actually pursue it to, put it on your EP or turn it into
Ooh.
something? Yeah.
Actually, the thing is, I suck at that.
Mhm.
I can't tell which songs should go on the EP. So I usually just send over my songs to my team and then I'll
Okay.
leave them to choose which ones would work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So that's great advice also, if, for anyone that's currently tuned in, if
Mm-mm.
you're also an upcoming songwriter, that you aspire to be like Jolianne, important to share it with others.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you lose objectivity when you work on a song for too long, I
Mhm.
feel. So it's nice to get opinions from elsewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. And I mean, speaking of your team, you're with Careless.
Yes.
Some of them are actually here with us right
Yes.
now.
Careless.
Yeah. I mean, how has it been in the recent years? And maybe
Mm-mm.
a shout out you want to give to your Careless fam.
Yeah, well, I've been with them for almost 4 years now. And I started at Careless when I was a minor.
My gosh. Wow.
So they really took care of me, not only as their artist, but also as their child,
Mhm.
honestly. So I found myself in good hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Amazing. A shout out for them at all?
Nope. Just kidding.
They know. They already know.
They know.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, so going forward, with this recent release, what else can
Mm-mm.
we look forward to? I know you mentioned the
Mm-mm.
EP, the end of the year, but besides that, any
Yes.
performances?
Well, I'm releasing a new song next month. I'm not
Oh,
sure when, but
okay.
next month, and that's my birth month.
Yay!
Virgo season, woohoo!
Yes, let's go. Early happy birthday.
Yes, thank you.
Awesome.
And
Okay.
I'll be playing at Cozy Cove next this
Oh,
week.
cool.
This week. Oh my god. August 23
Awesome.
and September 8th for Purveyor Fair.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So Cozy Cove is in Baguio, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's gonna be
Okay.
my first time there as
Pack
a provinciana.
pack some warm sweaters. It's a little
Yes,
chilly.
ma'am.
Yeah, and then also the Purveyor, is that in Manila or?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
it's here. Not sure where, but
Okay, cool.
yeah.
Well, we can definitely follow you on your socials.
Yes,
If you can let the monsters know where we can follow you. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. It's at Jolianne Salvado everywhere, and Jolianne on all blah, blah, digital streaming platforms.
Awesome. Okay.
Yes.
And before we get to your performance, any last message you have for your fans and for all of the monsters?
Yeah, I just want to say, first of all, happy anniversary, monsters! And thank you so much for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, I mean, we are so happy to have you, and you've made our anniversary month that much more special. So thank you so much,
Thank
monsters.
you.
We've had the privilege of having Jolianne on our show today.
Woohoo.
Don't worry, she's not quite done because we've saved the best for last. Going to be performing her just recent single, "I'll Be Somebody You Want." Everyone, let's give it up for Jolianne. Woo!
Wait till the moment that I'll be somebody you want. One day you'll notice you always like to brush me off. You were the focus. You could get anything you want. But now that I finally made it, you wait by the door. That used to be me all of those times. And I know how it feels. And you know I was real. All you wanted was the best in me. But maybe that's just a little piece. I want you to love me when I'm nothing, when I'm no longer spot. I never cared if you were a star, 'cause I see you. A second to the world, now you're so proud I'm your girl. I wish that you could love me just the same. Either way, you didn't have to be made, 'cause these feelings won't change. But time and time again I think of everything we had before the glory and the parties got into our heads. And now you wait by the door like when I did before, but I'm through. And I know how it feels, and you know I was real. All you wanted was the best in me, but baby, that's just a little piece. I want you to love me when I'm nothing, when I'm no longest part. I never cared if you were a star, 'cause I see you for who you are. For who you are. For who you are. I want you to love me when I'm nothing, when I'm no longest spark. I never cared if you were a star, 'cause I see you for who you are. You are.
Monster exclusive interview. Monster exclusive interview. Only from Manila's hottest. Monster RX93.1.